morning, guys. It's Saturday morning, right after the foundation was just poured. I'm still not feeling great. I thought I had the morning to sleep in, but these guys showed up at 7 a.m. That said, they're taking off the forms. I'll show you that in a second. And next step is waterproofing. Hopefully I can get some decent footage on Monday of that going on. And after that, I guess we'll get to backfilling and framing, so stay tuned. So, as you can see, foundation is done. Concrete guards are gone for the weekend. Isa and I are heading off to my buddy's cottage to surprise him for his birthday, so here we go. What's going on, everybody? Big day today. Just came home from work, and as you can see behind me, pile is gone. As you can see, we now have a foundation. On Saturday they took off the forms. Me and Isa took off for the weekend, and we didn't film much during the week. It was raining all week, but as you can see, they got the foundation poured. We have the waterproofing that was done, and well, today I come home from work and boom, no more pile. We're all backfilled, so that's a great thing. They're going to be able to start framing the next few days. You really get a sense of what the house is going to look like once you know, it's backfilled and we have a foundation, so it gives us a good idea on the size, so let's check it out. I also bought this ladder. As you can see, the whole foundation's kind of been poured. This little wall is lower than the rest here because this is going to be a light well that you can see from the plans. Essentially, we're going to frame this up with wood, and it's going to be a nice big picture window with clearly a nice view of a concrete wall, but at least you'll get a bit of light in here. So we had a few issues with the foundation so far. It turned out pretty good, but we had to argue with the guy a little bit. I'll go on the other side of the wall and actually show you what happened. And that'll give you a bit better idea too of the waterproofing membrane and what we did. All right, so this section of the foundation is kind of perfect to show you guys the progress. They didn't backfill this yet, so I can kind of explain what we did. So here you can see this is the delta membrane we put up. This is kind of this dimpled plastic that helps water that runs against the foundation have an area to dry and into the footing, into the French drain that we put in here. We do have a sock on the French drain, which is like a 4-inch perforated tube, but just for extra protection, we put clear stone on top of it, about 6 inches, and then we lay this geotextile membrane that helps it with any sand or dirt going into that sock to not clog it up over the years. Behind this delta membrane, they sprayed the whole foundation with tar, and essentially that helps with water protection. We're pretty low under the water table here, so essentially we're just trying to take all precautions for waterproofing. We could have gone a few steps even further, but you know, all these things are expensive, and I think this is already a premium and it's going to give us some good protection. Now, there's one more thing. We'll take a look behind me where the foundation guys screwed up a little bit. They will be fixing their mistake, but we do end up with a little bit of a screw up. So let me show you. Here's where the screw up happened. The foundation guys will be fixing it, but essentially what happened is that they were in a tight space here. I'm not sure how this happened, but the whole wall here is essentially kind of out of plumb. About 3 inches, so that's why they haven't backfilled here. The foundation guy tells me that he's actually going to come back, reform this whole wall straight, and then they're going to re-pour about the 3 inches we're missing. The downside to that is that on the inside of the house we're going to lose about 3 inches to make up for that plumb with framing. So they ended up giving us this delta membrane for free that we were going to pay for anyways, and a few other premiums, so we save a little bit of money there. I think it's a nice gesture on their part. Clearly it should have been done right, but you know, it's poured now, so we gotta work with what we have. Now I have to get back up there. What's going on, guys? It's Tuesday after Canadian Thanksgiving. For all my Canadian friends watching this, which is probably, you know, most people watching this channel, I hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving weekend. It's Tuesday at like 6 p.m. I just got back from work and it's like 35 degrees in October 9th, so I have no clue what's going on, but we'll take it because I'm in a t-shirt, it's warm out, and take a look at this. We got a floor. All right, I'll do my best to not fall in the hole. We had a few issues with the floor. First one being essentially the joist manufacturer kind of didn't design this floor according to the plans. It's kind of my fault. I should have caught it when I was reviewing the drawings, but essentially we had to move this LVL beam. Essentially this is just a laminated wood beam that supports the second story wall up here, and then has structure going down to some concrete pads down into the basement. What happened was that in our design we have one step going down to a landing that's supposed to be right here that the side door walks onto, and we have the same thing with the front door. You walk in at a lower elevation and then you walk up one stair to the basement. What happened was that they designed this as one straight line open hole, and we didn't have room for this one step going down. This LVL beam would have been in the way. So what we ended up doing at like 7 a.m. this morning, the contractor and I tried to figure out a solution, is that we moved this whole LVL line back so that we'll have to frame just a little bit around those 2 steps, and we'll have more structure going all the way up and then all the way down, and this will be concealed in the floor. I talked to the engineer this morning. That is fine with him, so hopefully it all works. The only downside is that we lose a little bit of space in the basement, because now this wall requires some extra structure that lands right dead middle of the hallway down there for the tenant. So we'll have to move that whole hallway down. Luckily we have the room to do that. The bathroom in the basement is going to get a bit smaller, and the bedroom is going to get a bit smaller by a few inches, I think. All right, this is like my 5th time filming this outro, so I can never get it right. Essentially, I'm going to end this video here. We got a great start to the framing already. Tomorrow I'll take more footage for the next episode of the walls going up, the steel beam at the front going up, and hopefully the 2nd floor if they're quick enough. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to take advantage of this really great October weather to go ride my motorcycle, so check this out.